It's no secret that one of the most intense managerial rivalries in recent time is that of Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp. And yesterday they gave us yet another exciting Premier League classic. Although this was not a goal galore, but it was a very interesting game to watch from a tactical point of view. So let's dive into the tactical board and see what Pep Guardiola did very well. That he nearly won the game, and what Jurgen Klopp actually did to adapt himself to the game and get a point on the road. So for the sake of this video, Man City have been represented in this green icon and Liverpool have been represented in this pink icon. So the initial formation at the start of the game, City line up in a 3-2-4-1 formation and Liverpool line up in a 4-3-3 formation. Now, the first thing that I noticed, I was able to jot a lot of things while I was watching the game. I love putting down things while I'm watching games, so I noticed a lot of things and I want to share it with you guys. So the first thing is how City actually bypassed Liverpool's press. Wow, top notch. Pep Guardiola, top notch, top manager. Now let's get into it. So yes, this is in Haaland. You've got Bernardo Silva, Alvarez, we've got Nunes, we've got Jota. So what Liverpool really wanted to do is nullify their midfield advantage. You know, the City are always having this advantage. You got Foden here, Jeremy Doku here, the two guys who are keeping the width for City. So City are always having this box midfield advantage. And that is what Liverpool really wanted to nullify. So they placed their two wingers a little bit deeper. I'll get to the reason why they placed their two wingers a little bit deeper. So what they wanted to do is Rodri and Akanji. So they add Nunes to jump on this guy. They add Szoboszlai to work on this guy, and there is a Curtis Jones to work on McAllister. What's this guy? Sorry, I forgot his name. Julian Alvarez. There is a Curtis Jones to work on Julian Alvarez, and they had McAllister to work on Bernardo Silva. So Liverpool actually have them man for man in the middle of the park. But come on, this is where Ederson comes into play. Ederson, yes, I'm here, and this was what Ederson did. He joined the defense to form a back four, and you know, to the naked eye, this looks like, what does this even mean? Now, here is where it became a big advantage to Man City. So whenever any of this guy jumps to press, either it is Nunes that jumps to press them, there's always space. Either there is this guy that jumps to press, there's always space. So whenever you press any of their CBs, they were constantly rotating the ball here. So there's always a free man because of Ederson. If you press this guy, there is Doku here to receive the ball. So anybody who you press, just as a Liverpool player, if you press someone, there is always a free man, and that is one thing that Pep Guardiola did very well yesterday. So they were using this to progress the ball into the final third very well. That spearman, they were locating that spearman often and often because of Ederson. They were able to bypass Liverpool's press because Liverpool wanted to set their wingers deeper here so that when the ball comes to any of these guys, they won't get the ball to these wingers, and it was very difficult. The ball didn't get to Jeremy Doku directly, because if you watch the game yesterday, Jeremy Doku was the biggest supply line in that City's attack. They were giving him the ball. I think about 41% of their attacking came down that Jeremy Doku channel. So they didn't want the ball to get to their wingers. So Liverpool placed their wingers a little bit deeper, but still City found a way to get the ball to Jeremy Doku, and here is how it happened. So whenever any of these guys press, there is always space. So if there is space for this guy is coming to press, and you got a Bernardo Silva here. One thing about Bernardo Silva, I keep saying it, is so very underrated. to me, one of the most underrated of his generation. I don't know, maybe because he's short, people don't really remember him. This guy is given that tactical freedom by Pep Guardiola because he knows what he can really do. He's very good at retaining possession. He's very good at progressing the ball, and he did that very well yesterday. So whenever there is a spearman, and Ederson has a very, very good distribution skill. I saw Ederson made some wonderful passes yesterday, line-breaking passes, and he was finding either of the number 8, either Alvarez or Bernardo Silva, most especially Bernardo Silva, because they wanted to attack that right-hand channel of Trent Alexander-Arnold. So whenever any of these guys get the ball, whether Bernardo Silva or Julian Alvarez, they get the ball and they set up Jeremy Doku instantly in a 1v1 situation with Trent Alexander-Arnold, and this caused another problem. From one problem to another problem, they have bypassed their press. Now they are inside Liverpool's final third. What do Liverpool have to do? Hey, let's run back. Let's run back. Everybody go back to their position, just like armies will say, just like soldiers will say rather. Everybody go back to their position. So everybody are going back to their position. But the problem now is whenever Jeremy Doku has the ball, in as much as Trent is a very wonderful footballer, very wonderful right back, by the way, he has a little bit of defensive deficiencies. Trent is not the best guy in 1v1 situations, and Pep Guardiola knew this very well. If you watch the game last season at Etihad, Jack Grealish won the man of the match. He was clearly left in a 1v1 situation with Trent most of the time, get the overload in one side of the pitch, then put it to Jack Grealish on the other side. And that again yesterday is what Pep Guardiola tried to do as well. Just that this time around, he was creating overloads on Trent Alexander-Arnold. And Liverpool knew this. How do we save Trent from Jeremy Doku's wahala? Because if you're not so very careful, Jeremy Doku is someone that can actually ruin your career in just a match because of his dribbling abilities. So whenever Doku is on the ball, you see Trent, and it's dragging one midfielder to support him. They're always trying to double up on Jeremy Doku. So once Doku has the ball, they want to show him to the bar line. They want to use the bar line as an extra defender. So they want to show him to the bar line, or don't come inside, because Liverpool have remained compact. Liverpool want to remain so compact. You see, yes. So you see, and then we have their front three. So you see everybody back in position, and you have their front three slightly narrow, so that whenever they get the ball in transition, they are so very close to each other to get the ball into City's final third. So whenever Jeremy Doku is on the ball, there is always a midfielder coming out of his position, and that leaves space for either Rodri, either Akanji, either Bernardo Silva. And yesterday you could see that the three of them, they had more touches. I think it was Jeremy Doku that has the most touches, but after Jeremy Doku, it was Rodri, Akanji, and Bernardo Silva, because that's Jeremy Doku's channel. It was giving Liverpool all sorts of problems, and there is another problem that he created for Liverpool. Now, Erling Haaland is a striker who is very, very good at attacking spaces very well, and Pep Guardiola used Erling Haaland to his best. Oh man, football is a very, very wonderful game. A very wonderful game, by the way. So now, if Jeremy Doku cannot get inside, cannot get the chance to come inside, come in to shoot, he definitely wants to get to the bar line. So when he's coming to the bar line, maybe in some time he escapes Trent Alexander coming into these sort of areas to attack. This sort of areas, you could see it in the first half. They tried it. Get the ball to the bar line, Jeremy Doku. Get the ball to the bar line. Definitely, there's a massive coming across to you. He's going to vacate his area. Get the ball to that area, and in Haaland, all you have to do is tapping. Just like some people will say, Haaland is a tapping merchant. Tapping. That's what you have to do. They've created that situation, and it was evident in the first half. I think the first few minutes of the game, they tried that, and during the build-up to Liverpool's goal, because it was a Jeremy Doku on Matip again, he played the ball into that free zone, and then Haaland attacked it. Alisson Becker in one way or the other saved that ball before Liverpool actually scored their goal. And let's go to how City nullified Liverpool's goal kick. Liverpool were not able to nullify their own goal kick, but they were able to nullify Liverpool's goal kick. And let's dive into that. So for the sake of that, let's just put all these guys back in their position. Everybody come back home. Everybody come back home. So what they did to nullify Liverpool's goal kick is very, very simple. Whenever Liverpool are building up, so here's what you always have. This is McAllister is always shifting to this sort of areas whenever Liverpool want to play a goal kick. McAllister is shifting here, and you see Trent coming inside to form a double pivot with Alexis McAllister. So if you have a one man or something, they are going to definitely eat you up. You can get the ball off them. So what City are trying to do, you see Virgil van Dijk spreading, Matip spreading, Kostas Tsimikas coming to this byline area. But what City actually did very well, I love Pep Guardiola very well. He's a very, very wonderful tactician. He knew what Liverpool were going to do from goal kicks. And City, if you have been watching most of their games very well, they did it against Chelsea as well. Whenever City are out of possession, most of the time they defend in a 4-4-2 formation. And why they do that is they want to go for a pivot-to-pivot press. They know that teams that want to control games, they will always want to get the ball to their pivots. Anytime they are coming from goal kicks, they want to get the ball to their pivots, then either get a line breaking pass, or you have a switch of play. Anyone that befits the situation of the game. And Pep Guardiola was aware of this, so he did one thing. So he pushed. This is Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez stayed here to have a how do I put it in a layman's language? It was shadow marking Virgil van Dijk. It was shadow marking Kostas Tsimikas, and at the same time keeping an eye on McAllister as well. So what they actually did is now get Rodri on McAllister, get this guy Bernardo Silva on Trent Alexander-Arnold. So the two, Liverpool cannot actually get the ball to these two pivots. It is rendered useless. Now what Haaland did was he didn't press Alisson Becker. No, what he actually did was that he just showed him that you cannot go to this area of the pitch. No, they don't want them to locate Mohamed Salah, who Pep Guardiola knows very well that is a constant threat. If you allow them to get the ball here, Szoboszlai is here, you have Mo Salah here, and you've got Trent coming from these hiding areas, then Liverpool will actually eat you up. And I think that's one of the things why I respect Pep Guardiola very well. Respecting your opponents is one thing that it makes Pep Guardiola excel as a manager. So what they were doing is they were showing Alisson Becker to this area of the pitch that we don't want you to come into this area. This is where you guys are very, very powerful. We don't want you to come into this area. So when they showed Becker to this area, so if Becker should go to Virgil van Dijk, you've got Phil Foden and Julian Alvarez. You got Alvarez here. You've got Phil Foden here. Yeah, this was Phil Foden. This was Alvarez. Yeah. So if the ball should come to Virgil van Dijk, you've got two guys who are going to pounce on him. They won't allow him to come out of this place. So, and if Virgil van Dijk should attempt a diagonal switch, the trademark Virgil van Dijk diagonal switch, you've got this guy Ake. Sometimes the kind of players you have at your disposal, and Pep Guardiola knows Gavio is a little bit soft compared to Nathan Ake, who has better physique than Gusto Gavio. Mohamed Salah is a very, very powerful monster. If you don't know, Salah is very, very strong. It's a powerful monster. So who can actually survive in this battle, this physical battle with Trent, with Mo Salah? Nathan Ake came into play, and he did very, very well. Very, very well. He did so very well. Himself and Akanji, they did very well on Mo Salah. So if Van Dijk is going to attempt that diagonal switch, it's not going to work, because they are so ready there to win the second balls. City are so very there to win the second balls. If they should win the second balls, here Jeremy Doku is on the ball yet again. So there's a problem from the goal kick as well. So they nullified Liverpool's goal kick. So the problem with Liverpool yesterday, I think 12:30 fixtures, I don't know, maybe it will be banned at some point. I don't understand, because Alisson Becker, who is a very, very good ball playing goalkeeper, you know, we have seen Becker. He has done a lot of things that he has wowed us in recent time with his ability to distribute. So he was trying to bypass City's press with going to Kostas Tsimikas. You know, if he had gone to Tsimikas here, look at the number of City guys who will have been out of the picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of City players will be out of the picture if the ball can get to this guy. Alisson Becker is a very intelligent guy. He doesn't want to go to Virgil van Dijk. He knows that they're going to trigger the press and just push him to this corner. He's not going to get out alive. So Alisson Becker wanted to go to Kostas Tsimikas, but over there, and I think Ederson really did well in his own distribution compared to Alisson Becker, because Ederson was getting those line breaking passes, so he was getting his spot on. So yesterday, distribution wise, Ederson is top notch. He's top notch. He's ahead of Alisson Becker. All round goalkeeping, Alisson Becker is the best in the world. Best in the world, all round goalkeeping. But yesterday, Alisson Becker was not he was not himself in terms of the distribution. And just to spice it up, the build up to the Alan's first goal, you could see Alisson Becker got the ball. He was trying to recreate that Salah-like situation at Anfield last season. Get the ball to Salah on transition. Let Salah just. The Jurgen Klopp actually did was he tilted his tactics a little bit. One thing is spotting players' weakness. It is very, very necessary when you spot that this player is not having a great game and you change immediately. It's been like you are proactive. You know, you don't necessarily have to play him all day, so he's got to just go and ruin the game. And that was what happened to Curtis Jones yesterday. He's a very, very good. I think in the Liverpool squad, he keeps the ball better than any other midfielder, Curtis Jones, and that was why he started the game yesterday. They knew that they were not going to have all the ball, but whenever we have the ball, we need someone who can keep it for us so that we are going to be in a very good attacking position. And Curtis Jones didn't do that very well. Bernardo Silva showed him class. Pep wanted to use Bernardo for ball retention and ball progression. Curtis Jones was used by club for ball retention and ball progression, but one came out on top. Kudos to Bernardo Silva. Curtis Jones needs to learn more. I think he will learn with time. He had a very terrible day yesterday, but Gravenberch was called on, and when Gravenberch was called on, things changed. Jurgen Klopp spotted that Rodri was a little bit tired and feeling lazy, so he brought in someone who is a little bit athletic, who is tall, physically fit, who can actually win battles with Rodri. And I'm coming to that. So let's see how that actually happened, that actually affected Rodri. In the build-up to the Liverpool goal, just like I said earlier, Jeremy Doku attacking the bar line, getting the ball to this sort of areas. He is attacking the bar line, getting the ball to this area, and Haaland attacking the space left by Joe Matip. And in one way or the other, Alisson Becker was able to save the ball. When Alisson saved the ball got to McAllister, and you could see Ryan Gravenberch. He was there. But if you look at that footage very well, there was someone chasing Gravenberch, and that was Rodri. He couldn't do anything. Let's assume it was a player who is not so very good at ball carrying. I don't think Liverpool would have scored that goal, because Gravenberch had to cover a lot of distance to get the ball into the final third for Liverpool, and he gave the ball to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz was trying to target Gakpo. It didn't work out. Now let's see the situation to the goal. So let me just this is the second half. We have Ederson here, we have Alisson Becker here now. So let me just put these guys back into their shape so that we understand it. So we understand it very, very better. So this was what actually happened. So when Alisson Becker won the ball, you have you've got Luis Diaz here, you've got Gravenberch. Okay, you have Virgil van Dijk here, you have Ryan Gravenberch. So when McAllister got the ball was given to Ryan Gravenberch, and this guy stepped up, progressed the ball. Just it was just going like somewhere, I don't know, it was just like just like air moving around you, just like you're feeling it. Rodri was feeling it, but he couldn't do anything to stop that boy. He couldn't do anything to stop the ball. The ball got to Luis Diaz. I even thought Luis Diaz was going to actually go inside, outside of Rodri, or try to come inside and shoot. But Luis Diaz got the ball, and here is where things actually changed a little bit. Just unlike the first half where Salah was sitting a little bit deeper, Salah was now out wide. He was now out wide. So there were runs of half space. He was targeting half space runners. So this is City's back line. So there is a space in between the two CB, the three CB. So what he wanted was this half space runners. Klopp wanted half space runners, and he kept Salah wide. So I think it actually led to Salah, just like Gravenberch progressed the ball to the build up to the goal. I'm still coming back to the goal. Just like Gravenberch progressed the ball, Salah got the ball, and you could see these two guys dashing into this zone. Darwin Núñez and I have forgotten the other guy. It caused a situation. Salah was able to get Núñez, but I think Ederson parried the ball out wide. So what was actually happening is, so Salah actually was wide, then Ake can't do anything. If Salah goes wide, Ake comes wide. If Salah comes in, they come in together. So what they did was, so Liverpool were in close proximity to each other. So this is the situation. So the goal that they scored, let me just say, okay, we have Gakpo, we have Cody Gakpo here, we have Musala, and on Ake here you've got Trent coming on. So what actually happened was, you have Gravenberch get the ball to Luis Diaz. So Luis Diaz attempted to get the ball to Cody Gakpo. The ball didn't get to Cody Gakpo. So what I love very well was Cody Gakpo's off-ball movement. I'm sorry I couldn't get the exact structure on the tactical board of how the situation is, but what I knew was there was a Bernardo Silva on here, and there was Ake on here. So you have a Bernardo Silva. I think there was something of a box. Yeah, there was something of a box, and they created space for Trent. What actually happened was, if Gakpo didn't make that off-ball run, because the off-ball run of Gakpo actually fooled Bernardo Silva. It dummied Bernardo Silva, and it opened space for Trent. Salah only had to lay the ball down for Trent, and still the goal was not it was a work of art. Let me put it that way. It wasn't a very easy goal to score. Kudos to Trent Alexander-Arnold, because the first touch was very lovely. The first touch, he controlled the ball into a safe zone where he could actually strike it very well, and he did strike it perfectly. I love the Premier League. The Premier League is just the best league in the world. For the fact that we have managers like Pep Guardiola, managers like Jurgen Klopp, managers like Mikel Arteta. Wow, every time I'm doing tactical analysis about Premier League matches, I am always very, very happy. So I think this has to be one of the tactical game of the season, but not aesthetically, it's not pleasing to watch. It's not really interesting. Many of us didn't really enjoy it, although City could have killed the game off with better decision making sometimes. Doku was dribbling, but I think he could have did better in his decision making. So he didn't do well in his decision making, and that opened the door. Liverpool finally got the 1-1 draw. So guys, tell me what you also spotted in the game. Let's know in the comment section. Obviously, I can't tell you everything that happened in the game. These are just a few things that I noticed, and of course, I've forgotten some things. But these are just a few things that I noticed that I feel that were the key moments of the game that really won the game. And honorable Matip. So let me know what else you noticed in that beautiful game of football between Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp. And guys, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the bell notification icon so that whenever I post videos, you will be the first person to know. And of course, our podcast is very much going on. If you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you'll be able to enjoy the podcast. We get good feedbacks from you guys that the podcast is interesting, educating. Thank you very much for watching the podcast. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And there is a Twitter space on the 1st of December, that is this coming Friday. Injuries have been affecting teams this season, so we want to talk about what are the causes of these injuries, what's the solution for each team. Is it a tactical solution? Is it getting a new personnel? And where do you see your team finishing at the end of this season with all these injuries affecting? Almost everybody is affected by injury, so where do you see your team finishing? The realistic expectation as a fan. So let's come on this Twitter space. Everybody is a speaker. There is no speaker and you'll be like you are not going to talk. No, everybody is a speaker. Let's come, let's discuss about things happening in the world of football. Thank you very much for watching this video. I remain your humble guy, DF Kenny. I love you guys and enjoy the rest of your day.